Greetings and welcome to StabloidNews. I am the Infomaniac, and today we are taking a dive into some of the great films by the legend and icon we all know as Ray Liotta. I have seen many movies over the years, and Ray has popped up in many of them. And although he's usually typecast as a gangster or a corrupt cop, he always has loads of roles with heart, suspense, horror, mystery, and comedy. It is sad to know that we will not see any new releases from him in the future. It is amazing to know that he has left behind some of the all-time greats to inspire generations to come, and giving all those up-and-comers some big shoes to fill. So on that note, let's take a look at 17 amazing movies starring Ray Liotta that you must watch. Also, potential spoilers ahead, although I will do my best to keep it just intriguing and heighten your viewing experience. Whoop! Also, sorry if I sound a little weird. I have a cold. Number 17, Field of Dreams. Starting off with a classic. If you build it, he will come. Not just joking. Kevin Costner's character, Ray Kinsella, hears a calling to build a baseball field. Liotta plays Shoeless Joe Jackson, a baseball player who joins the lineup, a character that means a lot to many people out there. This movie brings a lot of heart as they come together to try build a diamond and a new community. We are very grateful for this character, and it's absolutely an amazing must-watch. Number 16, Smoking Aces. At first glance, this film may not draw the eyes of many a moviegoer, but let me assure you that this ensemble cast is not one to be reckoned with. So many greats in here, but Liotta has no drama standing out amongst this all-star cast. The plot is about a shifty magician that ruffles the wrong feathers and has to use all his tricks to try outsmart a casino full of hitmen wanting to take out a snitch. Liotta plays the emotional support to Ryan Reynolds' character. Definitely not one to miss. Without any spoilers, I'm moving on. Number 15, Hannibal. We all know Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs, and most would know this sequel and the iconic scene that comes with Liotta's character. Tasty. Liotta's character, Crendel, and Clarice Starling become guests at a dinner they shall not soon forget in the climax of this film. A great series of movies I would highly recommend, and definitely a piece of cinema that most won't forget. Number 14, Killing Them Softly. This is a neo-noir crime film based on the novel Kogan's Trade, starring Brad Pitt and, of course, Liotta. After a robbery, two amateurs leave with a bunch of money. Unfortunately, Marky gets tied up in all the drama involved around the recent heist and mafia affairs. Ray plays it well and knows how to take a beating. Another great film with lots of drama and action. Hard to do it justice without ruining too much of the plot. Number 13, Karina. Another earlier piece for those 90s dwellers out there. In this flick, we get to see Liotta play a nicer, softer side, alongside Whoopi Goldberg in this period drama, Karina. Semi-exploring the dynamics of an interracial couple, Ray's character brings an amazing amount of depth to this film. It would be absolutely amazing if we got to see more of these types of roles throughout his career. Be sure to check it out and give Kleenex some money.
One of the last things my wife said to me was, don't forget to pick up some almonds on the way home.
Number 12, Identity. Not just because of Liotta, but definitely part of it. I absolutely love this movie. I recommend it to a lot of people, as I have fond viewing memories. I love a good mystery, and enjoy me some horror. Identity follows 10 strangers who find themselves stuck in the midst of a massive storm at a remote hotel. Liotta plays Officer Rhodes, who's fixed with transporting a convicted murderer. A great whodunit starring some great actors. This film has stuck with me for many years, and as I mentioned, I highly recommend. Number 11, The Many Saints of Newark. Alright, it's confession time. I must admit, I have not seen this one, but it's got a lot of people talking, so I decided to add it to my list. It's a prequel to the HBO crime drama, The Sopranos, which I also haven't watched, which is why I didn't watch this one. Should I check it out after all this time? Do you recommend? Let me know in the comments below. This movie takes place during the 60s and 70s in New Jersey. Ray Liotta plays a double role as the Moltisanti twins, Hollywood Dick and Sally, which I must admit I really want to see. How many seasons of Sopranos is there again? Oh, see you in a few months. Number 10, The Rat Pack.
How are you?
There's too much static, can you hear me?
It's the most beautiful static I ever heard.
Yeah. Ray plays a musical great, Old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra, in this TV movie for, again, HBO! Most TV movies get a bad rap, but I must admit this one holds up. Liotta takes on the huge personality that is Frank Sinatra, and he does it well. A little bit of a musical history about the Rat Pack who created buzz in the Las Vegas casinos. We follow Sammy Davis Jr., Dean Martin, and more while watching Ray bring his own interpretation of this musical icon during a high time of performance, cabaret, and Americana. Number 9, Youth in Revolt. It's amazing how many times Liotta portrayed characters that toe the line on both sides of the law. In Youth in Revolt, this is a good one. He plays the main character, Nick's mom's boyfriend. Nick gets in trouble from breaking the law, so Westcott says he will help him out of trouble if Nick goes to live with his father. A small but essential role in this coming-of-age story about growth, acceptance, and just life in general. Change is always hard, but essential. Number 8, Copland. We end up in New Jersey, again, home to an assortment of cops from the NYPD's 37th Precinct. The bunch exploit a loophole they found in the department's regulations, allowing them to become auxiliary transit cops and live on the outskirts of the city, making them untouchables by the eternal affairs. It follows a small-town sheriff, played by Sylvester Stallone, and an IA officer, Mo Tilden, played by Robert De Niro, as he attempts to build a case against these dirty cops, one of which is played by our boy, Liotta. A great piece of fiction about corruption and justice. Number 7, The Iceman. A great film about the true story behind one of the most prolific hitmen known as the Iceman. Liotta plays a supporting role. DeMeo finds out about the hits that the Iceman, Richard Kuklinski, has been doing behind his back and threatens his family if they ever cross paths again. This all leads to a series of events where the two attempt to make the other meet their demise. An awesome look into the shady, yet nice morals of a ruthless assassin. I've watched many documentaries about Kuklinski, and it was great to see a loose representation of his story on the screen. Liotta was a great addition to this retelling of true events. Number 6, A Marriage Story. Netflix snagged some good uns with this one. Actor Adam Driver, Scarlett Johansson, Laura Dern, and of course our boy. All wrapped up in an original screenplay. Mixed with amazing chemistry from his co-star Alan Alda, it's absolutely insane how he brings a volatile passion and complexity to his character Jay, a lawyer hired by theater owner Charlie Barber. The moments between Dern and Liotta in the courtroom are an absolute highlight and once again shows the great range of our late symbol of cinema. Definitely worth a watch. Netflix not a sponsor. Number 5, Unlawful Entry. A staple in his repertoire, Liotta is a villainous cop. But stay tuned, as there's more on the surface than appears. Also starring Kurt Russell and Madeline Stowe, he harbors an unhealthy obsession with a victim after a break and entry. All the scenes are stolen, as his complex moments are portrayed with a vigor that sucks you right in, and part of you wants to see his questionable desires reached. Get him! Number 4, Blow. It's only a small but very essential supporting role, and this movie starts with a young George Young and his parents, Fred and Ermine. Struggling financially, the father, Liotta, files for bankruptcy and tries to teach his son the age-old story that money can't buy happiness. Struggling with poverty and led by desire, Johnny Depp's character creates a life that many would dream of, but is it really all it's cracked up to be? Get it? Cracked? I love this movie, and if you haven't seen it, get onto it. Number 3, Narc. At first glance, he is playing yet another crooked or damaged police officer, but this thriller covering the career of an undercover narcotics officer working to solve a recent murder case. Liotta gets to push himself and show layers upon layers of character, quite possibly one of his best performances in my opinion. Ray and his co-star Jason Patric have some of the best lines of dialogue, his expressions and stature oozing with heartbreak, regret and pain that hangs on every word. There's a reason he is one of the greats. And this movie shows it. 2. Something wild. In what Liotta says is his first film, he scored himself a Golden Globe nomination in this one for Best Supporting Actor. His amazing portrayal of the ex-convict and husband in this comedy classic, starring alongside the likes of Melanie Griffith and Jeff Daniels, he truly excels. His acting in often divisive roles truly demand the audience's attention, no matter who he's sharing the scene with, and this lighter role hosts some of his finest acting moments. And number 1. Goodfellas. Come on, you all knew it. Although this list isn't in any particular order, I thought I would leave this god-tier mafioso movie till last. We all know the scene.
Really funny. What do you mean I'm funny?
As it's part of pop culture, and anyone who's anyone has seen Goodfellas, right? Right? Oh man, you gotta watch it. Liotta stars in this testosterone-fueled crime drama with an all-star cast that includes the aforementioned Oscar winners Robert De Niro and, of course, Joe Pesci, who actually won supporting actor for his role in this film. An all-time classic that our main man was and always will be a part of. His louder-than-life laugh will echo on, and we are left with some of the best scenes that he has given to us. He may be gone, but he will never be forgotten, and we will all watch his wide array of styles, genres, and looks he portrayed, and also a lot of cops and gangsters. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta, and I will leave you with this quote Ray once said: "I subscribe to the theory that luck is when preparation meets opportunity." I love that. Stay busy and always keep striving to be the best you, 'cause you are the only you. Stay wicked. Also, speaking of subscribing to stuff, maybe hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments below what your favorite movie is from Ray Liotta. There's a lot of them, and I want to hear what yours is. Whoop!